Hello, skipper. Hello, navigator. Half a minute to go. Okay.
What's up, YouTubers? What's up, internet? What's up, kids? What's up, TikTokers? What's up, my homes? It's Baby Yodel. It's a podcast where we talk about very serious issues, so please stop laughing. My name is Renee Church, and Edamon, I would be remiss if I didn't address you with your full name.
Yeah, you would be remiss.
What was it, Eminem?
Well, yeah, it's the Pakistani Eminem.
Dang. What's his name?
His name is Muhammad Eminem.
Mohammed Eminem?
Yeah.
That's
his
cool.
Full name. That's his full name. His Pakistani Eminem.
He sounds cool.
He's pretty good. He's fluid. He's fire. He's the fire.
He's straight fire, no cap.
No cap. No cap, straight fire. Yeah, that's what's been happening. We have to apologize to the tiny number of listeners that we have, thousands of people who listens to us. That we're coming in a week late. It's just that I got tied up with work and shit.
You
Just
did.
work, not
No,
shit.
the work was busy this week.
Yeah, the work was busy. A lot of new things because everything is open now. So work has started to ramp up even more than before, which is good. And I just got busy and didn't have time. So we were tiny a bit late. It's okay.
We're
Doesn't
very
matter.
sorry, but we're here now. It's okay.
It's not. I mean, it's a free podcast. What are you
gonna do, man? What are you gonna
what are
do?
you gonna do?
You can't do anything.
If you were paying like $1 an episode, we will stick to time. I mean, and
if you are pledging $1, we will not let you down.
we will definitely be on time because then if there are 1,000 listeners, then we get $1,000.
It sounds so good. Can everyone just give us $1? Oh, that sounds so good.
Write to us, let us know if you can just do $1. I mean, we don't have Patreon or anything. We just want to know.
Write to us and be like if we started taking your money, would you be down to give it?
Yeah, with all the bullshit that we provide you every week.
Yeah, you are.
Is it worth any pennies?
The pennies. We're just thankful that you're listening. All our friends in Chile, everywhere else in the world.
Chile, the Chileans, the friends of the shows who constantly listen to us all the time.
Exactly.
And who sometimes get angry when we don't release an episode, which is kind of stalkerish, but it's good. We appreciate it.
We do.
Yeah, we love that motherfucker.
We love them.
Yeah.
Do you know what, Ed? I'm recording. I'm sitting in my bed tonight. Usually, I sit up at my desk with my mic, and I'm ready to go and give hard out commentary. I'm just in bed with my microphone.
You're just relaxed on the bed. I guess it's a lot easier. You're just holding the mic, and you can do whatever you want.
I'm just chilling, man. I'm so chill.
Yeah, just chill. I had I'm on my desk, but just before getting on my desk, I had a good back and forth with my wife person who it was a lot of fun. She said that I should shut my vagina face.
Whoa.
No, I'm a vagina face and I should stop queefing. That's a good line, isn't it?
Dang, she got you good, bro.
Is it like you're a vagina face and you should stop queefing? I'm gonna use it on a heckler, definitely.
That's if I heckled a comedian and they came back at me with that, I'd be like, whoa.
whoa, that's aggressive. But it's good wordplay, isn't it? I mean, you change the face to a vagina and change the talking to queefing, and it's like a whole thing.
It's so good because it's like you state what they are and then you tell them what they shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
It's good.
So good. It's such a good heckler line. I was like, wow, I'm going to write that down.
Dang.
Or I'm going to document it forever in a podcast.
It is. If you ever got like a bully in your life, you can use that.
I don't know why she keeps bullying me with this all the lady stuff. She calls me vagina face all the time. What's up with that?
Are you gonna take that as man, Ed, the man of the house?
Yeah.
You're gonna take that kind of back talk?
maybe my lips are shaped like labia or something, but I don't have. Yeah, I don't know why.
I mean, I've never noticed that about you before.
Uh, Maybe next time you look at me and say, "Oh yeah, it is a vagina on your face."
It is.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
Okay. Um. So then, that if someone is a vagina face, then French kissing becomes just cunnilingus.
It really does.
Right. Right.
Wow, there's
If
a lot of
both,
levels to this insult. She's really
if
brought to life a new world.
yeah, and if both people are vagina face and they are French kissing, that means they are doing that scissoring stuff that people keep talking about, that I've seen
People
in
keep talking.
documentaries.
What? You mean just like lesbian intercourse?
Yeah, it's the things that I've seen in documentaries on Pornhub.
Documentaries. Do you mean
Yeah.
Pornhub.com?
Yeah. Porn docs.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
Do you want to know another fact about me this week?
What's the other fact? Let's do Renee Facts Hour.
Here we go. Is my story. It's Celiac Awareness Week. I don't know if you're aware.
I
you
am
should
not
be.
aware, and I should recognize my privilege.
You really
of not
should.
having-
So it's
not
Celiac
having-
Awareness Week. Spreading the awareness of the celiacs. And I go to my favorite restaurant this week, and they did me dirty, and they told me it was gluten free, and it wasn't, and I was throwing up for Jesus this week.
It's almost like they spit. I mean, they might as well just spit and pee and shit in your food.
No, except they put
right?
delicious gluten in it, and I was like,
Just-
"Bleh."
But did it feel good while you were eating it?
Well, no, the thing I got a different meal. I usually get this other thing because I know it's all good, but I chose this new thing because I was the
Gluten-free.
same lady served me, and I was like, I don't, let's choose something different so she doesn't judge me,
Yeah.
So I chose it, and it was okay. It wasn't it wasn't like the pad thai I normally get. So I will say that I ate it and I was like, that was fine, but you can't beat perfection. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I probably will keep going having my regular. And, lo and behold, 2.5 hours later, it is coming back up.
Oh,
And
the
lining in my stomach is gone.
It's you had an ass avalanche. So that was.
Well, no. I don't have diarrhea. I throw it back
Oh,
up.
no
My body just
diarrhea.
rejects it.
That's not exciting. Should
No.
have
I'm
diarrhea as
civilized. I
well.
don't get gluten diarrhea.
I puke, alright.
I puke. It comes out my mouth. It comes out the same way it went in.
But don't you feel like, listen, if I were to eat something that would have been rejected by my stomach, I should have had some gluten-laden tasty cake or something.
Wait, that's
which would
exactly
have-
what I
Don't
think.
you feel like that?
Every time I have one of these things, I'm like, I wish I knew what I was eating and I ate something good.
Yeah, just ate something good rather than some bullshit contaminated thing with like a 1% or a sprinkling of gluten, which will have the same amount of reaction. You'll be puking all night anyway for the whole week or whatever happens.
Exactly.
Might as well eat some good shit.
I wish I could have eaten like a hamburger or like a real pizza or a cake or something or a pie, not just like this
Yeah.
kind of below average meal that was that I assumed was gluten free anyway.
Maybe that can be a bit.
Should I do that as a comedy bit?
Yeah, not the. I mean, not you. You might have to embellish some things and do the angles.
Ooh, the angles.
Just write it down. Maybe a deep dive and see what comes out.
Interesting. Okay, I'll get to it. All right. I was watching
Just that
actually, the morning-
idea of being sick with the bullshittest of food. Why not just have the best food and still be sick? That's a nice angle, but you might have to make it funny. Use your comedy chops.
That's fun. No, it was interesting though because I have done I have had a few comedy bits over the years about being celiac. None of them are really stuck. None of them are super hilarious, but I've tried them out over the years. But I was watching the morning after the throwing up event. I woke up the next morning. I was having breakfast and coffee just to put something back in my stomach again. And I was watching Endless Honeymoon podcast, Moshe Kasher and Natasha Leggero, and they were talking
they are
about
your favorites,
celiacs
aren't they?
and like and the difference. And
Mhm.
Moshe Kasher just did this real hilarious off the cuff bit about being fake gluten-free people. And I was like, that's literally what I
Mm.
wanted to say my entire life. And you just did the best bit I've ever seen.
Yeah, that happens a lot. That's why I think if you get like a strange angle, you just write it down, just keep writing, deep dive 5 pages, and then maybe a couple of lines come out. You're like, oh shit, that looks fun.
Exactly. It really,
And
you really just have to keep writing until you find the gold. I agree with that.
yeah, you know what I did?
What?
I'm doing a bit now from the podcast that I got.
Oh,
You
yeah, I've
know,
heard this. Oh, I've heard about this.
when I went ballistic on the usefulness of a big ass, right?
We all
So
remember that episode.
yeah, we all remember that episode, and it's close to my heart. And because it makes me giggle all the time, I said, why don't I put it's a good angle. Is that everybody talks about loving a big ass on their partner? Why can't I do an angle on my own ass?
Why
And
can't you do an angle on your own ass?
yeah. So I wrote it down. I mean, it didn't work the first time, didn't work the second time. I edited it more. Third time, last night I did it at, of all the places, at Ding Dong, it was working some bits. I had to tighten it up. I had to do some, like, now the Taliban is involved in there as well. You know?
We love it.
So, yeah, we love it. You know, you have to insert Taliban somewhere to make things funny. So, yeah, so I guess you can use this as a platform.
I could
to
use this
just
to workshop.
just say any bullshit that comes out in your head. Just say it, and then you say, "Oh, that might be a bit if I work on it a little bit."
I mean, arguably, every single thing I say could be a bit if I just worked on it, and I refuse to do that.
I refuse to work on it. I refuse to be the slave of the pen.
the slave to the biro, to the bic, to the fountain.
Bic. Or some random pen which does not have a title, but it's a promotional one, like a Nando's pen.
Oh, yeah, or like a flight center pen.
yeah.
I got
Flight center pen.
a friend of the show, Natalie Sami, gave me a flight center pen once.
All right. Keep it close to your heart.
It's a sweet pen.
Yeah. Why don't you apply to Flight Center?
Because
they're hiring
have
left,
free
right, and
jobs,
center.
bro.
That's so exciting. At least people still need shoes.
Oh god,
you
do
should
people
be-
need shoes, man? They're just like, I literally had a lady ring up today. Old people just love to ring up and tell me their entire story. Like, she just told me this entire story about she used to have shoes 5 years ago, how long she's had them for, her foot issues, she bought shoes online, they don't fit. But then just like, this lady called up and she was saying all this stuff. And usually when someone, they'll open with the sort of the track of what they're a question, right? They'll start leading down the track of what they want, and then they'll go off on this massive tangent about their life and their feet and their shoes.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of just waiting till I get to the end, and so they wrap up and actually ask the question, so I can just help them and then hang up. But this lady literally gave me she was yarning for like 2 minutes, and in my head I was like, I don't know what she's after. Like, I don't even know what she's just does she just want to chat? Like, is she just bored? Like,
it's a whole mystery.
I was waiting. I'm like, I don't know where this is going. You're just talking about these shoes you had that you bought 5 years. Like, and she kind of just like ended up asking me like why a shoe fits differently to another shoe, and I'm like, girl, I don't know who you are. People ring up and they're like, "Where's a shop near?" Like, just like a suburb I've literally never heard of, and they're like, "Is there a shop near here?" I'm like, "Where is that?" Like,
well, she was like, when I was 12, I was going to school wearing my white shoes, and my dad said those are hideous, and I had to change my shoes, and my whole day was ruined. And then when I was 25, I was getting married, and my heel broke, and I needed comfortable shoes. So,
ma'am, what can I actually help you with today?
Do you want number 7?
Do you want
what
do you want? I don't know.
What do you want?
Yeah, it was just like it's interesting. People.
Listen,
she was like, "Do you have a branch at the mall? At this mall?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's at the so and so mall." And she's like, "Oh, do you know specifically where, or will I just have to go there?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know." It's
Yeah,
just
you
at
should
the
take an
mall.
Uber
Like,
at the mall. Just you have to go there to the mall to get it.
yeah, just go to the mall and look. Like,
Yeah.
and then she starts talking about her hip and stuff. I was like, I don't care about your broken hip. But
Oh yeah. This is I mean, this can be a bit.
man, I've got so many bits tonight.
Yeah, just write it
Damn.
down, deep dive, because it can be such a good angle that you talk the you know talk you have crazy people calling you and then give you the life story, and you can talk about the one person and then make the story by yourself with all these elements around the hip and the childhood and all that, and then a punchline can be the one thing that you say to her. You just have to make it funny. Ah, there's another bit.
That's a great bit. Do you know my favorite part about, I get quite a lot when I answer the phone at work, is I
Yeah.
say, blah, 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 Renee speaking. I always say that. And the person on the end of the line's like, oh, hello, it's Jacob Finley. And then they always give me their full name. I'm like, okay, hi. And then they just ask, like, if I have a shoe, like a specific shoe. I'm like, why did you give me your full name?
Full name. Jacob Finley. That's a good part of the bit as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a whole shoe chunk.
Damn.
I mean, you can try it and then see how it works. But
Every
keep
bit
working
starts
at it
with
for
one
6
step.
months. Yeah. There you go. 2 bits now. What was the first one? We forgot. You didn't make a note of it.
The
anyway.
one about oh my god, I've literally forgot. Oh, about gluten, and then the feet.
Yeah, the gluten. I think the feet would be a lot more hilarious because it's like your personal experience, which is different from like gluten is uh, is a common topic for comedy.
It's very
right?
basic bitch.
Yeah, but this one is like you work there. It's your story.
It is my story. Hashtag
There
my
you go.
story, Kika.
Like I feel such a motivational speaker today.
You
It's
have.
like
You're so
like a-
encouraging.
yeah. It's like
We need to do
I
some
hear that
stories.
you.
Last week we didn't do any stories.
Yeah, we didn't. I wonder if they tune in for stories or something.
Yeah.
Let's
Let us know.
let's get on because we are like on the 18th minute at the moment. We
Yeah.
haven't talked about any story. All right, let's go do a story.
Should we do the delivery one?
No, let's go with the. Let's do the delivery one.
Yeah.
Yes, let's do the.
I'm excited about this one. This one's
Like this is insane. So, usually with any story, I ask you a question first, right? But
Mhm.
I'm just gonna delve into it because I have no idea what to ask you.
Me
with
neither, but this is
story.
a great story though.
So this is the headline of the story is a Belgian man has been pranked with pizza deliveries for 9 horrible years, right? So that's the headline.
I'm
Now,
already
you might be
listening.
thinking, yeah, well, you might be thinking, what's wrong with that? You get pizza deliveries all the time. However, you are not ordering them, and they come to your house, and you are expected to pay for them, right? When you haven't ordered them, and it's just an insane prank which I had never thought about. Um, and it's it seems like such a cruel one because the guy said, I cannot sleep anymore. I start shaking every time I hear a scooter
Oh my
on the
god.
street. Jesus, what's happening in Belgium?
There's so many things about this.
This is just
And the more you
insane.
read it, the more you're like, what?
So it's the story is that John Van Landergem, we'll just call him John,
John.
right? Like the French John. It's like Gean, Jean.
Oh, like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean,
Jean-Claude.
John Van Landergem, right?
Mhm.
And the pizzas that have plagued him for nearly a decade have become a global phenomenon after a Belgian site reported it. He said it started 9 years ago, and it was sudden. A pizza delivery man handed me a whole load of pizza, but I hadn't ordered them. All right, the story starts here. The pizzas, or sometimes other delivery standards like kebabs, he used to get kebabs as well, kept coming.
Just anything.
People were just ordering stuff for the house all the time. For a while, he said he thought the whole thing was a mix-up.
Understandably.
The result of a pizza lover repeatedly getting his own address wrong. Eventually, however, John realized the intention had to be malicious. Dun, dun, dun.
It had to be delicious.
Um, I start shaking every time I hear a scooter on the street. I dread that someone will come to drop off a hot pizza yet another time. I can. It can be on a weekday or during weekends and at any time of day. The
Oh my
orders
god.
come from
Just any
delivery
time of
service.
day.
Yeah. And
Oh my
I've
god.
even had an order delivered to me at 2 a.m.
That is kind of terrorizing. If you were getting
That is,
knocks on the door and like being hit up at all hours. Here's my question. Or here's okay, why just besides the fact of who's doing this, why they're doing this, why does this man at this residence not call up the frequent business and say, please blacklist my address?
yeah.
Or why doesn't he
That
move?
I don't know why doesn't he. I mean, the
I feel
moving
like you could
is
just call the place up and be like, look, this person is always pranking and like because they're always going to his house. He should be like,
yeah.
someone's pranking me. I'm not I for the love of God, I don't want your pizza.
Yeah, and also it's a loss for the pizza people as well because when he doesn't pay for it, it has to be thrown away. They go back, or it gets wasted. So, and the article goes on saying that, and the devious details don't stop there. Apparently, a friend of mine who lives in a different area, Herenthout, which is 17 miles away, is going through exactly the same thing as I am. She has been receiving pizza she has not ordered for 9 years too. Somebody is really
Whoa! So
committed
him
to
and his
this prank.
friend? Who's doing this?
Yeah, there's another friend who has been plagued with this free pizza deliveries.
Can they
Um,
can the pizza place hack into the mainframe and see where the address it, like where the person's ordering
and
from?
and also the pizza place should say that, what the fuck? I'm not delivering to John. There's another order for John now. We're not delivering to
Yeah.
John anymore.
I feel like he could
Um,
call up these frequent places and be like, "Don't deliver to me."
yeah, and it's. I mean, he does say that the prankster is like to be a mutual acquaintance, so
Oh
they
my
can do
god.
some detective work and find out who might be
Yeah,
doing
if
it.
it's a friend of his is getting pranked as well, this is an inside job.
Yeah. Sometimes we both get them on the same day. When that happens, we warn each other to expect a delivery.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
This is
It's
crazy.
but maybe one of their friends actually works at a pizza place and they know when they have extra pizzas made
Yeah,
and they
maybe.
might be doing this.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, and
I feel like if
even
it's 9 years, you could whittle it down. You could figure, like all his friends must know that he just constantly gets pizzas.
yeah, all of his friends know now because it's been reported in the news,
Yeah.
and it hasn't been flagged, and it's just insane. And he says in the end, I cannot take it anymore. Um, and he says, when I find out, and he's such a nice guy, when I find out whoever has been bothering me for past 9 years, um, if I find that out, it will not be their best day.
Can
What a
I
nice
say
thing to
something?
say. What?
This getting to the bottom of who's doing this is more important than the Madeline McCann case.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to know.
Madeline is gone. She's done. She's old news. She's so 2008.
2008.
So
No shit. I need to find out who's doing this. Is it an ex-wife? Is it a colleague or that hates him, or a boss, or a childhood bully, or a bored teenager? Who?
I'm
Who?
sure I think I think he knows it, but he's not willing to accept it. He
Oh, do you
knows the person.
reckon?
Yeah, he knows it, but he's like, yeah, but he just can't do it. He just doesn't have the cojones
The
to do
cojones.
it. He can't he just can't bring himself to do it. And then maybe he's so lonely in his life that this is just one contact he gets from the pizza delivery person that he's inside subconsciously he can't stop it, and he just doesn't want to look for the culprit because these deliveries will then stop.
Maybe.
That's yeah,
I'm
I don't know.
really intrigued to know who's doing this. Do you reckon there's ever a time where he's like, actually, I'm kind of hungry? No, he seems really triggered by it, eh?
Yeah, he's like now
Trauma.
he's like he's friends with so somebody's let's go to a pizza place. And,
No!
no, let's order a pizza.
Not the
No.
gumdrop buttons.
Oh shit! So and he gets kebabs as well sometimes, which is fantastic. Some so that's what when I read it, I was like, oh well, you get pizza deliveries, let's get pizza. But it's not the way we do it here. So when we get something delivered, we have to pay.
Yeah,
Most
you pay
likely
before
we pay
it
we pay online,
arrives.
right? That's not happening here. It's like the old school type of pizza delivery where you bring the pizza and you pay cash or pay with a card there and then. So
Yeah. Do you know?
yeah,
Do you want to hear a funny story?
yeah, sure.
So the the place that I got poisoned by the other day,
Uh-huh.
which it was my favorite place, and I feel like I just can't go back there because I don't trust them anymore. I like a couple weeks ago, because I've done this a few times where I've been near the joint and I've called them up and said, "Hey, can I please place an order for my blah 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 blah?" And they go, "Cool, I'll be ready in 10 minutes." And then I'll just rock up and pay for it there and then go home.
Uh-huh.
And so this other day, I did the same thing when I was leaving work. Called up, was like, "Blah blah blah, my order. Let's go. Here we go. I'll be there in 10." And I turn up to the place and I'm like, "Oh, yep, just my pad thai, Renee." And they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I made an order like 15 minutes ago." And they're like, "No, we don't have one on here." And then I check on my phone just because I had Googled the place to get the number to call it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I had called the Nelson branch. And so, like, there was just a pad thai for Renee and Nelson sitting there.
Nelson, did
And
you
I just
let them know?
reordered it in the restaurant, and I went home, and then Danger was like, I told Danger, and Danger was like, "Did you call Nelson and tell him?" I'm like, "No." I just
Nobody
left
came.
it. I was like, if they wanted to know, they'd call me.
Yeah, they'd call you if they had. Yeah, they usually they ask you for the phone number.
Yeah, they took
So
my phone number, but they never called me.
yeah,
So
that's
I feel
insane.
bad because I never picked it up because I wasn't in Nelson.
They were like, "Ooh, Nelson, Renee, it's a new name. That's so fancy, Nelson, Renee, Nelson."
Isn't it
But
so
they were
fun?
like,
I'm so embarrassed.
so crazy, such a crazy story. Well, it's one of those things, but at least you're not getting free pizza deliveries. Not free, I mean unexpected pizza
Exactly.
deliveries.
At least. At the
That
very least.
that would just ruin your life. Like every couple of nights, you get someone pizza, and you're like,
Imagine if it was
fuck.
just a gluten pizza to my house every day.
Oh man, that would be so insane.
So
So,
mean.
what's the situation um, with the? Well, that's not the podcast, but because we were just talking away, I almost asked you, oh, what's happening with the house hunt, and I was like, okay,
That's not
that's
the
not a
podcast.
podcast, that's not a podcast discussion. I
That's
completely
that's
forgot we were
that's
on a
for another
podcast.
time.
Yeah, that's for another time. Another time, another
Another
day, another
time.
lover, another lover. All right.
Damn, you've got a beautiful voice, Ed.
Yeah. Alejandro.
Is that Lady
What's
Gaga?
what's is that
I'd
Madonna or
rather
Lady
be
Gaga?
drunk, but at least oh, that's on the lyrics. I found out that's not the lyrics. Have you heard
What's
that
the
new Lady
lyrics?
Gaga song?
Is that Alejandro?
That rain on me, rain on me. Remember that? Have you heard it?
No, that's
It's a
but
new
you
song.
sound very
I
much
go,
like
the lyrics go, "I'd rather be dry, but at least I'm alive." But I thought it was, "I'd rather be drunk, but at least I'm alive." It's not that. My favorite bit of the song, though, for y'all Chromatica heads out there, that's the new Gaga album. My favorite line in that song is when Lady Gaga goes, "Rain on me, tsunami." It's like the best line. It's cool.
Rain on me, tsunami.
Yeah, she rhymes rain on me with tsunami. It's so
Tsunami.
good.
Oh, that's cool.
Rain
That's
on
cool
me,
that
tsunami.
she's got some heavy hitters there in the writing room.
It's you and
That's-
Eminem and Muhammad and Lady Gaga.
Muhammad Eminem and Marshall Mathers and Lady Gaga.
And
That's,
Stephanie, whatever her last name is. There's Lady Gaga's real name.
what's her real name?
Stephanie something.
Stephanie Gaga.
Stephanie Gaga.
Maybe it's like Gagavanovich or something. And
Let me
then
have a
it's
look.
just
Let me have a look.
Stephanie
Lady
Gagavan.
Gaga. Let's see what their real name is. Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanotta.
Germanotta.
Germanotta. It's German OTTA. Germanotta.
All right. So it's not Gaganovich.
That's pretty funny.
Well, you see that's what people do, they change their Slavic name to just a small
Their
one,
Polish name.
like Babovanovic will be Robert Babo,
Yeah.
right? That kind of thing. Yeah.
Well, you've changed your name, Ed. You have a different name.
Yeah, my real name is
Beep.
Ahmed. Oh, but so it's my real last name is Zagobanovic, and I changed it to Amon.
Damn, that's white.
Yeah, maybe it was Amonovich, and I'm Amon.
Amonovich.
So yeah, Eduardo Amonovich, and
That's a cool name.
yeah, Eduardo Amonovich. There was a time.
My real name is Renee Destiny Catholic Church.
Renee Destiny Catholic Church. My name was assigned to me with consultation with Brian the Bishop Tamaki.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Bishop Church, Catholic Church.
I think his voice doesn't sound his body and face. Like he sounds
Brian
like
Tamaki?
yeah. Well, Brian Tamaki sound. He looks like the guy with the voice like, the best day of my life is today, and we will rule the world. But his actual voice is like, "Hey, I'm like a super guy." It's a little bit high. It's a little bit high, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you heard? Do you remember? Have you ever heard?
I have heard it. I did when I was a kid. I used to watch. Not like I didn't like it, but the only thing that was on before cartoons was like Destiny Church in the morning.
Yeah.
And so I'd watch it, and I was just real bored. I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah, his voice is very much. It's like on the cusp of puberty.
You're not wrong.
So yeah, it doesn't sound his face. It doesn't match his face. All the pastors and the bishops, they have these. If they are that type of person, they have these strong, deep voices. And if you have a lower voice, not lower, like a
Deeper.
not a. If you don't have a deeper voice, a bit higher and a calmer voice, you speak with authority, different way, like with a lot of spaces and all that kind of stuff. Right?
He doesn't know. He doesn't have the persuasive energy of a true leader.
Yeah, he just goes where his tummy takes him.
Ooh. Me too. I'm hungry.
Me too. Time's up.
Oh,
all right.
damn.
Actually, it did time's up as well for us.
Yeah.
We just did one story. Should we do another one?
I don't know. Do we need to?
We'll just keep it for the next time.
I think
it's
so.
fun. I mean, people might think that we are kind of out of touch and we don't talk about the real issues in the world. But I think our podcast is an escape.
I think it is. We hope it
real
is
world.
for you.
But we
it's
know what's happening
from our own lives too. Like, damn, it's sad out there.
Yeah. It's sad out there. There's the virus. There's the protest. There's the injustice. Then there was this killing in Auckland today with the police officer, and also the two ladies who left their hotel. That was a huge thing as well.
Yeah.
So we know all of that. We know, but you've heard about it everywhere. I think we thought that it would be best to know about a Belgian prank about pizzas. That would be great.
I definitely wanted to know about that. It's a bit of light humor. We hope that we make you laugh and that we make it easier for you for half an hour.
Yeah.
And if
probably you
not, that's
got like
cool.
2 bits
Go
out
listen
of
to
it.
You Made It Weird. Jeez.
Yeah. And then you might get two big bits out of it. And then when you're performing at a comedy gala in 25 years time, you can say that
25 years. Ugh. I don't like it here.
that was the exaggeration. Like in maybe like 15 years. So
God damn it. I do not have the time.
you don't have the time.
I don't have the
you,
time.
you got to get to those phone calls with the life stories of people who
Exactly.
choose.
I can't
Yeah.
write and practice because I got to be on the phone with Gladys from
Glad it. What was that?
Cavity.
Jacob Finlay.
Jacob.
Good name.
Yeah.
That's a good name for a story in a comedy bit.
Jacob Finlay. Hi, I'm Jacob
Oh.
Finlay. I was just in your store and I wanted to know, do you have Nike? No, we don't. Oh, okay. So no Nike. No.
No. Oh, that's good. You can have like an hour show about
I
the shoes.
literally could, bro. I live it. I live it every day.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay.
Well, okay, I think we're done.
Is that it?
I think it's enough.
I think we had a
Life
good
is-
episode. That was fun. I
It
enjoyed
was
myself.
pretty good. It was good. Yeah, and it's one of those episodes, that changes your life. No, it's just that's exaggerated. But join us, follow us, write to us.
Yes,
Tro-
Baboon
you know.
Yodel. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram is all Baboon Yodel. You can email us at baboonyodel@gmail.com. You can listen to us on Spotify, on iTunes, YouTube. We're uploaded to YouTube, which is awesome. Write us a review on iTunes, by the way. Write us a review on iTunes. It can be hate mail. It can be like super happy. I mean, we'd love it if it was a happy review, and we'll read it out. If you review us, we'll read it out. That's our pledge to you.
Yeah, and also give us. I mean, give us the hate mail. It's fine, but just give us
that's
5-star. So hate us in the review, but give us 5 stars.
Exactly.
that
Give us
sound?
5 stars.
It's
I'm going to check
perfect.
and see if we have any reviews. Let me have a look.
Yeah, we got the old ones.
We do. I'm just having a look down here. I'm scrolling. We've got that many
Keep
episodes.
scrolling,
Baboon Yodel.
scrolling,
No, we need some new reviews. So drop us a line.
Yeah.
Give us a review. 5 stars. You know how to do it. We'll love you forever.
Get it done.
Get her done. Okay. Bye, guys. See you next week.
Bye. Love you.